Hello everyone, my name is Emma and welcome to my new podcast. I hope you all are doing well. In today's video, we will talk about the story of a girl. The name of this story is Waiting for the Day. It's a magical, interesting, and beautiful story. Listen carefully, and at the same time, improve your English. So, let's get started. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to do that. And don't forget to like the video if you enjoy the story. Now, let's begin. Hello everyone, my name is Jenny, I'm 19 years old, and I truly love traveling. Exploring new places, driving on quiet roads, seeing mountains, forests, and peaceful skies, it makes me feel happy and free. Today I want to share a story from my life. A story that is very beautiful, but also very mysterious. Sometimes I still wonder if it was real, or if it was just a dream. But one thing is true. Even today, I'm still waiting for the day it happens again. This story happened during my summer vacation. One night, I decided to go on a long drive outside the city. I love driving at night because everything feels calm and peaceful. So I took my red car and started driving toward the mountains. It was around 3 a.m. The road was completely empty. No cars, no people, no noise. Only the sound of the wind and my car moving along the road. The sky was full of stars. The moon was shining softly, lighting the mountains and trees around me. The air was cool and fresh, and the whole place felt incredibly peaceful. I remember thinking to myself, this is why I love traveling. But suddenly, my car stopped. At first I thought it was just a small problem. I tried starting it again and again, but it didn't work. My car had broken down. And the worst part was that I was in the middle of nowhere. I quickly checked my phone to call for help, but there was no signal. Not even one bar of network. For a moment, I felt a little scared. But when I stepped outside my car, something unexpected happened. The night felt even more beautiful. The mountains looked dark and mysterious under the moonlight. The wind moved softly through the trees, and everything felt quiet and peaceful. It almost felt like the world had stopped. I stood beside the road, looking around and thinking about what to do. And then, I saw someone. At first, I thought maybe I was imagining things. But no, someone was walking toward me from the distance. As the figure came closer, I realized it was a girl. She was wearing a beautiful blue dress that moved gently in the night wind. The moonlight made her look almost glowing. Her face was soft and kind, and she looked incredibly sweet and beautiful. When she reached me, she stopped and looked at me with curious eyes. Then she asked softly, "Who are you? And what are you doing here at this time of night?" Her voice was calm and gentle. I smiled nervously and said, "My name is Jenny. I love traveling. I was driving through this road, but my car broke down and there's no network here to call anyone." She listened quietly and then smiled. "My name is Rose." There was something very comforting about her presence. Even though I had just met her, I somehow felt safe. After a moment, she said, "You shouldn't stay here alone. Come with me to my house." I followed her down a small path near the mountains. After walking for a few minutes, we reached a small house. But when I saw it, I felt something strange. The house looked extremely old. It wasn't like modern houses at all. It was made of wood, with simple furniture and warm light from a fire inside. There were no electric lights, no modern things, no cars or bikes outside. Everything looked like it belonged to another time, maybe the 1800s. For a moment I felt like I had somehow traveled back in time. Inside the house, I met Rose's father. He looked kind but serious. I politely said, "Sir, my car broke down on the road. I need petrol." He looked confused and asked, "Petrol? What is petrol?" I was surprised. How could someone not know what petrol was? But before I could think too much about it, Rose gently touched my arm and said, "Come, I want to show you something." She took me outside to her garden. The garden was breathtaking. There were flowers everywhere, shining softly in the moonlight. The air smelled fresh and sweet. Fireflies were glowing between the trees, making the place look magical. I had never seen a garden like that before. Rose and I walked slowly through the garden, talking about small things, traveling, nature, and the mountains. For some reason, time felt different there. I felt calm, peaceful, and strangely happy. And without realizing it, I started liking Rose very much. But then the sky slowly began to change. Morning was coming. As the first light appeared, I noticed something strange. Rose suddenly looked worried, very worried. She grabbed my hand and said quickly, "Jenny, you need to go back to your car right now." I asked her, "Why? What's wrong?" But she shook her head and said softly, "Please, just go." Her eyes looked scared, but also sad. It felt like she didn't want me to leave, but something was forcing her to say it. So I said goodbye and started walking back toward my car. While walking, I kept thinking about her. I promised myself that after getting petrol, I would come back to meet Rose again. Later that morning, I reached a small petrol station. I asked the man there, "Excuse me, there is a small village near those mountains, right?" He looked confused. "Village? There's no village there." I was shocked. So I told him everything that happened the night before. About Rose. About the old house. About the garden. The man listened quietly. Then he said something that gave me chills. Many years ago, there used to be a village in that exact place. But there was a terrible fire, and the village disappeared. Another man standing nearby joined the conversation. He said, "People say something strange about that place. Every 10 years, the village appears again for one night, and the people who live there return too." Then he looked directly at me. "And the girl in the blue dress, someone else saw her many years ago." I didn't know what to think. It sounded impossible, but my heart kept telling me to go back. So I returned to the place where I met Rose. When I arrived there, my heart started beating faster. But when I looked around, there was no house, no garden, no village, only a quiet, beautiful forest. Everything was gone. I stood there for a long time, hoping Rose would appear again. But she didn't. Even today, I still remember her face, her gentle smile, and the magical garden where we walked together. Sometimes it feels like she's still somewhere there, waiting. Then I remembered what the man said, "I will wait. I will come back after 10 years. And when that village appears again, I will find Rose. And this time, I won't leave. I'm still waiting for that day." Was the story, Waiting for the Day. I hope you enjoyed this magical and mysterious story and that it also helped you practice your English while listening. Sometimes life gives us moments that feel like a dream, but they stay in our hearts forever. And maybe, somewhere out there, some stories are still waiting for their ending. Thank you so much for listening to my podcast today. If you liked this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more interesting stories. Take care, keep learning, and I will see you again in the next episode. Goodbye everyone.